Hey guys, welcome back to the English Gentleman Gamer with me, Roscoe. Now we have a very quick review of Starwing on the Super Nintendo, or as it's known on the left hand side of the pond, Starfox. For some reason Starfox name wasn't available in the UK or Europe or whatever it was, I remember. Anyway, it's called Starwing in the UK and Starfox everywhere else, and it's pretty good. Graphic wise, it is the game. You know, it's the first game that used the onboard graphics chip to allow these polygons. I'm not sure the game was better or worse for the graphics. It was obviously a unique selling point, as the business people like to say, and I'm doing quite rubbish on this. But it looks different. It was something the Super Nintendo couldn't do. The Mega Drive went the other way. Rather than putting chips on the cartridges, they released the 32X, I think it was called, like a little device that sat between your cartridge and your Mega Drive. I remember, was it VR racing or something, like a Formula 1 looking game? I remember seeing it running in real life. It looked pretty good. So graphics wise, got to say 9, 10 out of 10 really for the Super Nintendo. It was pushing it to its limits. Argonaut, who developed it, tried to get as much going on as possible. All these nice buildings to fly around and stuff. It was all really nice. The graphics, obviously in the space levels later on, there's not much of a background going on, but the graphics were very good. Sound wise, it's middle of the road stuff. Nothing spectacular, nothing unusual. It was just a bit of croakety croak from the his teammates, whatever you want to call them. So it's pretty average, the sound. Gameplay wise, now I don't really think it brought much to the shooter genre. There was nothing I remember being particularly out of the ordinary. There was plenty of little, I want to say secrets. They were more like hidden power-ups more than anything. There wasn't that I remember anything that gave you invincibility if you did this, that and the other. But there were plenty of areas where if you were prepared to try and sort of loiter around the edges of the maps, like on this one, I remember there's a couple of occasions down the left hand side of the map where it would take you to, like, there's a little power up there for going through that, getting through that building on your side. So there's plenty of little hidden bonuses, if you will. There were rewards, I seem to remember, for flying through combinations of doorways and such like. But other than that, the gameplay, took you through a level, you shot things, and you got boss guys like this. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually manage to beat this guy. It's going to sound like a bit of a cop-out, but the joypad I was using didn't actually allow me to shoot very easily, so I took a bit of a beating, to be honest. Replay value, there was 3 level settings on it, an easy mode, a medium and a hard. I did manage to finish it on all of them without cheating. I never got round to getting an action replay for the Super Nintendo. I did have one for my Game Boy, which was good fun occasionally. Certainly in games that I wasn't inclined to play all the way through without cheating. Like, there was a game I do intend to review at some point called The Hunt for Red October. It was a famous film of the time. It was Alec Baldwin and Sean Connery, but the Game Boy version was exceptionally difficult. I seem to remember without cheating I could only get to the end of level 2, and there's 8 levels and it was incredibly hard. Well, there you go, there's the end of the game over scene. So that's obviously the bad guy, take it, that monkey dude. Overall, I'd give it 7.5, or at least an 8 out of 10, to be honest. Maybe even 8.5, because it did revolutionise the graphics on the Super Nintendo and show that with a little bit of help, the console was capable of more. Gameplay-wise, it didn't really bring a great deal new to the table. Sound-wise, it was fairly middling stuff. But overall, it was an enjoyable game. The replay value was quite high with the different level settings, and there was a lot to see. So, I'd say 8 out of 10. Anyway, thank you for joining me, guys, on this very quick review of Starwing, and I'll catch up with you guys later. Take it easy. Bye.